If you've got an e-commerce site, you need a Terms of Service agreement. A Terms of Service agreement essentially states the rules for using your website. While it's not a legal requirement to have one on your site, it offers a lot of legal protection. A Terms of Service agreement can limit your liability if you end up in court, something that happens a lot more frequently than you might think. Dropbox, for example, has been sued dozens of times. You can find a Terms of Service agreement on virtually every website at the bottom of the homepage in the form of Terms of Service, Terms of Use, or Conditions of Use. The contents of your Terms of Service agreement depends upon the nature of your website. The four most common reasons for a Terms of Service are to prevent abuse. The Terms of Service is a legally binding contract between your site and your users. This agreement sets the guidelines that users must agree to and follow in order to use and access your website or mobile app. Protect your intellectual property. Legally protect your logo, content, graphics, etc. from theft or misuse, except for user-generated content. Generally, any content created by users belongs to them. Limited liability. This section, often titled Terms and Conditions, tries to limit the website owner's liability in cases where the services might have been used for unintended purposes. This kind of clause notifies users that the owner can't be held responsible for any errors in the site, or unforeseen damages, or for the information provided being correct, comprehensive, or useful for any specific purposes. Set the governing law. Usually, the governing law clause of a Terms and Conditions section refers to the jurisdiction of the stated terms. The jurisdiction is determined by the city and state or country of where your business is registered. The Terms of Service is a standard precaution to your legal protection in the case of misuse or discontent. How to get a Terms of Service for your site. While all of this may sound like a tedious bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo, the good news is that with an online Terms of Service generator, you don't have to be a lawyer or even hire one to quickly have a Terms of Service specifically tailored for your e-commerce site. A great place to start. Try termsofservicegenerator.com. If you've got an e-commerce site, you need a